is because the coach at the time, which is Rick Pitino, before he got the job to be the head coach of Kentucky, he was coaching the New York Knicks. So what better way to get to the NBA than to have a coach that coached in the NBA that could help me work to where I needed to go.
That's just a snippet of Jamal's story, and tonight you're going to be sharing many stories of success. You'll be featuring that one this evening. So a brand new show that's going to be...
Brand new show starts tonight, 8 o'clock. So it's called Success Stories with Dr. Karyn. And what it is every week I interview a very top industry leader, so NBA, NHL, CEOs, really on their entire story of their life.
On their journey. On
their journey, from childbirth to where they're at now. And one of the reasons why I wanted to do this show is because, to me, a lot of times we see people who are at this top level. We see them, quote unquote, successful, but we don't see the backstory. We don't see the ups, the downs, the obstacles, the journey. And so the show is really highlighting the process, the journey, their emotional intelligence, their character, and to Jamal's point, around how to make decisions. And so kind of getting people to really kind of think more bigger picture.
And there's lessons that people can learn.
Huge lessons.
And Jamal has 3 really great
Amazing.
lessons.
So Jamal is an unbelievable story of success because he was, NBA player for 12 years, first Canadian ever to play for the Toronto Raptors, and actually was named their team captain. But if you actually step back and you actually look and study how he led his career, it's absolutely fascinating. So lesson number 1 is around he thinks big picture. So the clip that you actually just showed is actually very significant because he was actually offered numerous lucrative offers of which university he was going to go to. But he chose Kentucky. And so in the interview, I said, well, why Kentucky? Like, help me understand, right? And so in that clip, he's explaining the reason why is because of the coach. That he realized if he went to that university, it would give him the best chance to basically get to the NBA because of that coach. So he basically turns away lucrative offers.
Not about the money.
Not about the money, focusing on the big pictures. And so people who are quote unquote successful, that's one of the lessons that they do is they don't take kind of like the easy money right now. They think big picture. And so one of the things we want to do for the show is to kind of use these inspirational stories, but say, well, how can I apply that to my life?
What can I grab out of this?
What can I grab out of it? And so for that, that's one of the many, many lessons that he actually teaches us.
Another lesson that he showed?
Another lesson actually is he actually marries 2 of his passions. It's actually interesting that we talk about this in one of our courses, to take the 2 things that you actually love to do and you actually merge them. So he loves basketball, but what I also learned in interviewing him is he loves social work. And so when he actually went to University of Kentucky, that's what he actually did, is he studied social work, which I actually found quite interesting.
He's a huge community leader.
He's a huge community. So so what he did is he takes that degree, plays basketball, and then he uses that degree and transitions into his next career. And this is really important. So anybody who's actually interested as an adult, thinking, how do I transition from one career to the next?
So important now.
So important. So he's another great example, but actually how do you do that? And so he kind of had basketball as his main job and kind of social work as the back, and now he's kind of like merging it, and he talks about how he can even have those skills from social work, being now the assistant coach for the Toronto Raptors.
There's so much more we could talk about.
So much.
But the show tonight, once again, is at 8 o'clock on Rogers.
On Rogers.
For more information, you can go to dkleadership.org, or you can go right here on our website. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Thank you.